Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Green World Investor, a one-stop shop for all your personal finance needs for beginners. The topic for today's discussion is RD or recurring deposit. So in this video, we will talk about all the features of RDs, what is the difference and similarity between an RD and an FD, who can open a recurring deposit, where can we open it, what is the different taxability issues involved, and all the other little questions that we have on RDs. I will try and address all those questions in this video. Also, at the end of the video, I will take up why it make sense to invest in RDs at the current times, and why is it also important that everybody should have a certain amount of deposits in a fixed deposit or an RD in the current scenario. So I hope you will stay with me till the end of the video. So let's begin. So what is an RD? In simple terms, an RD is a term deposit which is offered by any Indian bank or post office. It is a deposit in which a person can invest uh, a fixed amount of sum at a fixed interest rate. So, unlike an FD, wherein we go and invest a lump sum amount and start an FD in an RD, you can do that with little piecemeal contributions in every month. So, that is one of the main difference between an RD and an FD. And an RD can be started with a small amount as small as rupees 500, and it can be opened in a variety of durations ranging from 6 months to over 10 years. So based on your financial goals, your time horizon, your investment needs, you can plan an investment in your recurring deposit, taking into account कि आपको कब कैसे पैसे जरूरत पड़ेंगे, so that way you can plan your investment in an RD. Now we have already spoken about the main difference between a fixed deposit and an RD. That is a lump sum investment, and this one is small investments every month. So agar aap, if you talk about this in mutual fund sense, so a fixed deposit is like a lump sum investment in mutual funds, but an RD is like SIPs, regular SIPs that we make every month into mutual funds. So that is how is the difference between an RD and an FD. Now let's take up the similarities between both of them. So like a fixed deposit, RDs also offer capital security as well as guaranteed returns. So there is the element of safety involved with a fixed deposit and also an RD. Also, the interest rate that is offered in an FD will be similar to what is offered in an RD. So the interest rates will be similar. आप दोनों में same interest rate earn करोगे. Taxability is also similar because both FDs and RDs का interest will be taxed at your normal income tax slab rate. So all these are the major similarities between a fixed deposit and a recurring deposit. Now let's take up the different features of RD. So what are the different features of RD, how we can open it, who can open it, and stuff like that. So as I've already mentioned, RDs can be opened up at any post office or your normal banks. So and you can do that either online or offline. So both the avenues are open to you, and also you can give a standing instruction to your bank to cut this monthly payment at its own. So आपको you don't have to take the hassle of going to a bank or a post office and queuing and making deposit every month. Or also if you're doing it online, you don't have to worry ki what date I have to make a deposit and stuff like that. So no nagging in your head. You can give your bank a standing instruction, and automatically every month the amount will be deducted from your bank account. Now, what is the safety net of our recurring deposit? Why is it, why we are recommending to have a recurring deposit at your end is because it helps to, lock in higher interest rate for your money, for the money that you will earn in the future. And given the current high rate scenario, it is very profitable. Also, the interest on an RD is compounded quarterly, And given the higher 7 to 8% interest, this makes a lot of sense to go in and open an RD account. In fact, many major banks like SBI, HDFC, ICICI, and also other major banks have increased their interest rate on FDs and RDs. If we talk about SBI, the interest rates are around 7%. You will earn around 7%. For HDFC and ICICI, it is around 7.1%. For PNB, it is 7.25%. For Yes Bank, it is 7.5%, and so on. Also, the small finance banks are offering a better interest rate if when compared to higher, larger banks. So you can take a pick depending upon your time horizon, depending upon the interest you want to earn, your financial goals. You can take a pick at different banks, because though interest rates are high, it will vary from bank to bank. So you can do your research and find out which one will suit your investment needs the best. Also, if we talk about RDs in the name of senior citizens and minors, yes, you can go ahead and open that. And also, if you have senior citizens at your home, you should do that, because senior citizens generally earn around 0.5% higher interest rate when compared to the others. So that is the benefit, also one benefit of fixed deposits and our recurring deposits, that senior citizens will gain a higher interest rate. So I hope you're liking my video. Please subscribe to my channel and also share it with others. So also, if we talk about the difference between FDs and RDs, so why I find RDs more attractive, because though FDs are very popular, but RDs have their own benefits. So what is that one benefit that is available in case of an RD? So suppose, as we know, that fixed deposit can only be opened with a lump sum amount of money. So for investors who do not have that large sum of money for investment, what would they do? Will they just, lose the benefit of earning money in the future? No, for those investors, RD works the best. So they can start their savings with amounts as little as 500 rupees, and they can select their investment horizon based on their financial needs in the future. So in a way, RD helps in inculcating the savings habit in people, both young and new. Say for new salaried people or for salaried people who have a fixed earning every month, they can take out a portion of money to be deposited into a recurring deposit. So that way they know that some portion of their money is being saved for future needs, and also they will have that savings habit in them. They will know how to save. So for starters, and also for others, I would say an RD is a good option, because it will help you have this disciplined savings plan in the future. Also, why disciplined savings plan? Because RDs do not allow a premature withdrawal. If you do so, you will attract a penalty. So these were the major advantages of an RD over a fixed deposit. But also, you can avail a loan on an RD as a collateral for up to 80 to 90% of the deposit value. So that is also a very interesting option to have an RD in your asset portfolio. So many fin influencers will only encourage you to put your money in equity to meet your financial goals, but I think that is not a good approach, because every person's financial needs are different. And also, the magic of asset allocation won't work if you only have all your eggs in one basket. So it is good to diversify. In another video, I have already spoken about the benefits of having an asset allocation in your portfolio. So what is the major benefit? Why should we have an RD in our portfolio or a fixed deposit? As we have already discussed, because they assure capital returns, capital safety and guaranteed returns. And also because the magic of asset allocation will work in your portfolio. Say if you have a major allocation to equities only. So in that case, if there is a stock market crash, or the stock value market value goes down by a large margin, then you will end up losing a major portion of your investment portfolio. The value of your portfolio will go down tremendously. But say if you had 50% of your asset allocation towards recurring deposits or fixed deposits, then the loss would have been minimal. Then you would have suffered a loss to the extent of the 50% only exposure that you had in equity, unlike 100% in the prior case. So I will encourage everybody to know about the benefits of asset allocation. So the magic of asset allocation is the negative or low correlation between assets. That is, if the increase or decrease in one asset will not be equal to the extent of increase and decrease in the other. So if there is a loss in one of the assets or sectors, then the other will not be that much affected, so that in at the end your portfolio will remain balanced. So the benefit of having a recurring deposit in your portfolio is also that it will lower the risk profile of your portfolio. Suppose you have a very high exposure to equities, that is, the risk component is high, so you can lower it to an extent by having another fixed income asset in your portfolio, like an RD or an FD. You can also look at other investment options like gold or real estate property as investments. So it is better to go ahead and open an RD right now because of the higher interest rate prevailing in the markets, and also because it is better to invest your money if it's lying idle in an SP account, because the rates of interest are higher in what you will get in a normal savings account. So that was all from my side.